Now we're really rolling.
Now we're going. Right on. Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of The Morning Ride. I'm No Nickname Mike. And with me as always is my trusty co-host.
Technically Tyler.
Trusty Tyler.
Trusty Tyler, technically, whatever. You know.
Technically it's Tyler.
Technically I am trustworthy, so there's that.
Right on. So we started off with a bang. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, that's usually what they say. So, I don't know about you guys, but I am very, very excited that we made it to week 3. I didn't know if that was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought for sure one of us was going to back out of the whole thing. I thought it was going to be me probably, but
we are still genuinely excited after 3 weeks of filming these to continue to go.
So, the wild part is how much time you and I devote outside of work to thinking about this and coming up with the ideas. And the crazy part about that is, even though we spend so much time thinking about it, it's still not good.
I mean, debatable. I think it gets better every single week.
You're probably right.
I think it gets better every single week. And even with last week, we kind of pulled an audible where we really made it all about Ducati. And I don't know that anybody was really expecting that. And even with it being all about Ducati, it seemed like it got really, really good reviews. I don't know that I'd say reviews. It got good response.
Yes.
It's still doing good. It's still getting views every single day, which is awesome. The watch time is actually slightly more than episode 1, which is surprising because I feel like episode 1 was a really good start.
It was a good start, but I think you and I kind of got it together a little bit more on episode 2.
I think
maybe
so.
A little bit.
I think our conversation piece definitely got a lot better. So
unlike today.
Yeah, we're all over the place. We've been trying to film this all day, so finding a good time is one of the hardest parts when we have other jobs that we have to fulfill. So I think both of us have been running around like crazy today. But nonetheless, we are excited to bring you guys episode 3 of The Morning Ride.
Yeah, and today we're going to talk about customizing your Harley, making your Harley your own. So today we've got a Meet the Team segment with Charles Abbey in Parts. He's going to talk a little bit about his experience here at Harley, what it is he does. He's going to give you a brief walk around on a motorcycle as well, one that we've done a custom build on, just to give you some ideas about the things that you can do on your bike. We're also going to talk a little bit about the promotions that are going on, and unfortunately, we can't talk about events right now because we're still not sure when all that stuff's going to happen. But
the one thing I will say from the marketing perspective, though, good news, we've actually booked 5 events. I just can't say when or what they are yet just because we don't have the official word yet.
Wow, you're holding a little bit back. I didn't like that.
So I hate to be that guy, but we are definitely staying busy in the marketing department. So we do have events that we're planning, so stay tuned for that. We will definitely bring you guys along as soon as we have the official word. We're hoping it's going to be much sooner than what I said last episode. If you didn't hear what I said last episode, too bad. Go back and watch it.
Go back and watch it.
But I think it should be sooner than what we said.
And the second episode is the one where he talked about lower back tattoos.
Yeah, lower back tattoos. You might have missed it. It happened very quickly, much like episode 1 with the Jello and the motorcycle.
Yeah.
But we don't want to talk about that anymore.
Okay.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, like Mike said, we're going to go ahead and introduce Chuck from the parts department. We're going to go ahead and play that for you guys now. Enjoy the segment.
Hey, it's No Nickname Mike here at Bayside Harley-Davidson. For our Meet the Team section this week, I have Charles Abbey with me, otherwise known as Chuck, or as I affectionately call him, Chuckles.
Yeah, whatever.
So, Chuck, what is it you do here at Bayside?
Parts associate. I'm the guy you come to get your parts for your bike, no matter if it's repair or if it's you want to customize it.
All right, awesome. How long you been here?
Been here for about 7 months.
7 months this time.
This time.
All right, you're back for a second trip, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But in a different aspect.
In a different aspect. Yeah, you did sales before, right?
Yep.
Awesome salesperson. Chuck knows a lot about the bikes, knows a lot about the parts and accessories and all that good stuff.
Yep.
What is it you love about working at Bayside?
Seeing the people that come in every day.
Okay.
You know, teamwork I work with.
Right on. How long you been riding?
20 plus years.
Tell me about your favorite memory on a motorcycle.
That's a fun one. Just out riding with friends.
Okay.
You know, no matter where the trip's been, it's always a good time.
Very good. Anything you want to add at the end? Or
No?
no? Come see Chuck in Parts. He'll take care of you, help you customize your bike. And actually, he'll talk to you a little bit more later on in the podcast about how you can customize your bike. Again, Charles Abbey, Parts, No Nickname Mike. What are we, bud? We're out.
So yeah, that was the Meet the Team segment with Chuck. As you guys saw, Chuck has actually been here for quite some time now. And I was actually excited when I came back to Bayside to get to meet Chuck. I thought it was really cool how knowledgeable he was about the different things you can do to a bike. I think that's one thing that I definitely am interested in when it comes to anything, whether it be automotive, cars, motorcycles. In my opinion, one of the coolest things you can do in this industry is make something yours.
Yeah, that's true. So I worked with Chuck the first go around for both of us. We were both working in sales, and really interesting guy to get to know. And when I found out that he was coming back to come and work in the parts department, I thought it was a perfect fit because Chuck's been tinkering with bikes pretty much the entire time he's been riding. So he definitely knows what it takes to install bars, what it takes to change out that exhaust, put a heavy breather on, stuff like that. It's nice having guys back there that are intimately involved with the process and know exactly what it takes to do what it is that people want to do to make their Harley their own. And it's that type of excitement and engagement that they have with the customer that makes it really special for the customer when they're here in the store.
Well, every time I look back there, he's getting all excited and smiling from ear to ear, and you can see it from across the dealership how passionate he is about it.
Constantly flipping through books,
Yep.
pages turning.
And actually, in the next segment, you're going to see, we're actually going to bring Chuck back, kind of like we did last week with Dorian, and he's going to talk to you guys a little bit about a bike that we worked on here at Bayside, like Mike was talking about. He's going to do, it's going to be a super short clip, but he's going to kind of show off what we've done, and then we'll kind of build off of that. But the one thing I will say is hearing him talk about it, he's definitely excited when it comes to stuff like that. So It was really cool to hear the passion that he had. But yeah, we'll go ahead and cut over to that now.
Hey, this is Chuck from Bayside Parts. I want to talk about a few things you can do to your bikes. You can customize it and make it fit you the way you want. One thing you can do is the bars. We have a large variety and different types, colors, everything that we can get for you. You can do a set of wheels to really make your bike different from everybody else's. And then there's also performance upgrades with adding an intake, a set of slip-ons, or a full exhaust system. All depends on what you want to do. Come down and see us, and we can get you right.
All right, so what you guys just heard there is pretty much Chuck just talking about a couple of the things we did to the bike that you saw, and those a lot of the things that you saw on that bike are really in-depth modifications. Some of them very simple, but a lot of them, like most people, don't jump right to wheels and handlebars immediately. If you've done it before, you probably jump right to that because that's kind of what makes some of the biggest differences when it comes to look and performance and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I will say that there's definitely so many things, especially when it comes to Harley and even Ducati. Dorian was telling me about it last week, all the things you can do to these things.
Oh, yeah.
But with Harley, I mean, you walk in and the first thing that you see when you walk into our dealership, aside from the showroom full of bikes, is the walls are covered from side to side in parts. And that's just a glimpse of what you can do. And that's, Harley official stuff to aftermarket, extra brands that make stuff. There's certain lines where they make certain lineups. Like I think you were telling me that there's like a copper lineup.
Yeah, bronze.
Bronze lineup, excuse me. So, I mean, some of the stuff you can do to your bike, you can really kit these things out and make them exactly what you want them to be. But that kind of goes to our next point is you don't necessarily have to go that in depth. I kind of made a list that we have here in front of us where I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that I hear the most about in my job as far as what people do. Now, some of this stuff is very in-depth. The very first one is one that I don't hear a lot of people talk about.
No.
But when people do it, they tell everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So, and actually we have one guy here who definitely talks about Tony and his paint job. But we have a list here in front of us, and the first one is exactly that. It's paint jobs. That is something that definitely is down the road. Something if you're going to be putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money into your bike, then you go as far as doing a paint job.
Yeah, and like Tyler was saying, when you do a paint job on your bike, it's something that you are talking about. And these are people that are putting their bikes in shows typically. A lot of stuff is tribute, but it's definitely probably the biggest modification you can do on your motorcycle to make it uniquely yours, because the aftermarket parts are out there for everybody to be able to get. It's just a matter of the way you put the aftermarket parts on or the Harley parts. But when you get that custom paint job and you got that one-of-a-kind bike and it's the one that turns heads when you're on the highway or even in the parking lot at the grocery store, paint job is definitely something that's going to make you stand out. Another thing people go to, especially for winter riding, heated grips.
Yes.
They make a big difference in terms of how much you're actually able to ride in the winter. Now, some people are tough guys and they can tough it out anyway with just their gloves on, but heated grips definitely make a winter ride a lot more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Just to touch on a couple other things, custom lighting. Chuck already talked about exhaust, changing out your seat, your tires, getting a bigger windscreen if you need it. Sound system is another big one too. I hear motorcycles pull in here all the time that even as loud as a Harley is,
You can still hear their
music.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some of them you can hear the words clear. It sounds like you're inside listening to a stereo. It's crazy.
Yep.
And the amount of options they have for the aftermarket world when it comes to sound is insane for bikes. So that stuff's really cool. Even to backtrack a little bit, talking about the windshield, one thing that a lot of people don't think of is, yeah, you can change the windshield, but you can also remove the windshield.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of people that are into that. There's a lot of people that they don't go on the crazy long rides, or they don't mind getting hit in the face and the chest with that wind and those bugs. So they'd rather look good and have no windshield on.
Or they
there.
want that windshield up in the winter and they want it off in the summertime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely something to think about. The next one, when I first bought my bike, for those of you that don't know, the first bike that I bought was 883 iron. Pretty much seems like everybody's first bike nowadays. The first thing I did is I had to swap the mirrors. I could not stand the standard mirrors.
Yeah.
And I did what everybody else does. You flip them. You flip them and rotate them so they're actually backwards. And they're under your hands. They're actually so much easier to see. It's odd, but it makes sense when you're riding.
Yeah, it looks a little silly, but you're right.
It does.
Yeah.
It definitely looks a little weird. You have to get used to it, but it definitely, in my opinion, at least the way that I was riding my iron, it made more sense for me. So, and then another thing that I see all the time is foot pegs. I mean, we have a whole wall full of options for foot pegs. So, I mean, all these things really go hand in hand. And one of the things to touch on, we kind of made a joke earlier about, maybe it's just at the parking lot at Walmart that someone sees it and says something, but one of the things that's so cool about this culture is I know a lot of people, if you're doing these things to your bike, you want to be noticed. You want it to be recognized and appreciated.
Sure.
And so that conversation that you can have, the talking points that you have are awesome when it comes to modifying things. And even like for myself in the car world, one of the we don't necessarily care what other people's opinion are. Like we make it ours, we do what we want. But at the end of the day, when someone else appreciates it, it feels like it's so much more worth it, and it feels like you really are getting rewarded, like you're getting something out of it. So I don't know about you, but personally, I think customization is one of the coolest parts about riding motorcycles and this culture, because everybody's bike is unique to them. And there's a conversation that you can build around it every single time, no matter what someone's riding.
So true.
So I think that's awesome.
All right, guys, everybody knows Mother's Day is right around the corner. For all you fellas out there with a mom, you know how important this day is to her. For all you fellas out there with a wife who's a mother, gosh, you know how important this day is to her.
Yes.
Don't goof this one, guys. So check it out. From now until May 10th, you can get 25% off all women's jewelry, handbags, and wallets. So I know you got a Harley lady in your life. Harley her up. Make her feel special this Mother's Day.
I know a lot of that stuff's got the bejeweled and bedazzled stuff all over it. Women love that stuff. So definitely.
Again, don't goof Mother's Day.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll have a bad Father's Day.
And if we hear anyone come in the dealership saying that the boyfriend or husband didn't buy it, we're going to say we told you so.
I know I am.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it. All right, it's that time, Mike.
I guess it is.
My favorite part of every single week.
Favorite?
My literal favorite part of every single episode.
Nice.
The dad joke of the week.
Oh, boy. Here I go again.
This one, let's just say it takes the cake.
Tyler took some creative licensing here. So enjoy.
We're going to roll it now.
You out here taking pictures of birds again, man?
Yeah.
Awesome. I brought my imaginary parrot with me. Say hello to Tyler. Hello, Tyler. All right, man, dad joke of the week. What's the difference between a pirate bike and a pirate biker?
I don't know what.
The R.
I know you said that it was an imaginary parrot, but
It didn't seem so imaginary
Yeah.
once I saw the.
I've got to admit that the second that I went to edit the video, I was like, I feel like this needs something. So I decided to throw an actual parrot on your finger.
Well, that was awesome.
I think you look pretty cool.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that dad joke of the week.
I don't think the parrot pooped on me, did it?
No, I didn't. I didn't edit that in. That would have taken a really long time. I don't have that much time.
All right, guys. So we got viewer/listener email here. We appreciate all the feedback we're getting from you. I just want to read a couple emails here. First one is from Vashon in Seaford. You guys seem to have a lot of fun. Is it always ice cream and puppy dogs with you guys?
If only.
No, we fight a lot, actually. You don't get to see it. He's got a lot of great ideas, and I have horrible ones. So we typically go with his.
No, it's usually the other way around. Usually the other way
But
around.
this does lead me into something that Tyler and I are going to do eventually. Just show you a day in our life. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna make I don't know how to call it like a dedicated segment, but probably one part in one of the future episodes where we're gonna show you guys behind the scenes on what it really looks like.
Yeah, it's like a buddy film.
Because
it's a buddy cop film. Or something.
there's a lot of stuff that we cut out of these, especially when we're recording the segments for you guys separately, because we mess up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mess up a lot.
Well, I'm one take Mike.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you're pretty good at it.
yeah.
But I run into a lot of audio issues. You know, setting up every single time, it seems like our settings don't work perfectly every time. Today we had no issues though, so, you know.
The only issue is you.
Yeah, exactly. Just me.
All right, moving on to emails, right? This one, how do you decide on the employee spotlight for the Meet the Team segment? Basically, we make them do, I would say it's like a...
Audition?
Oh, no, I was thinking more like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And whoever gets killed first
Yeah.
ends up having to do the interview.
Yeah.
None of them want to do it. They all do it reluctantly. Whenever Tyler brings the camera out in their face, they get all shy and run away.
Mm-hmm. But then the second we turn the camera off, they want to talk.
Yeah, exactly. No, what we're trying to do is move you around the dealership, get you to meet people in different departments.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully it ties into the episode about what we're talking about. So that's the way we're going to kind of roll with the Meet the Team segment.
And I would say sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there,
you're
but
good.
I would say pretty consistently that's one of the most viewed parts when I check stats. Like, people always watch the Meet the Team. When we upload the Meet the Team separately, people love it. And so far, Gary and then Dorian have been really good. So make sure you guys show Chuck some love.
Yeah. All right, so the last one I have is from Carol F. Baskins in Florida.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, we've got followers everywhere, apparently.
Yeah.
So
That's cool, though.
what Carol F. Baskins in Florida says is that, is it true that riding a bike is good stress relief? And if so, is it possible that riding a bike would make a man disappear from the face of the earth? All right, Carol, I'm going to address this in one of two ways. First of all, yes, it is great stress relief.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure it can make a man disappear. Carol F. Baskins. But if it's happened, I guess it's happened.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? That might be something they need to investigate. I don't know.
Carol, hopefully this is just a rhetorical question, because you did say at the end, asking for a friend.
Yeah. So that slightly concerning.
A little bit.
A little bit.
That's the end of the email segment. Sorry to end it on such a downer.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much going to be it for this week's episode. We appreciate all you guys that have made it this far and continue to watch every single week. It means the world to us. Like Mike said, when we are not here, we're actually talking and communicating about our ideas for the upcoming episodes and what to do for the future segments. So there's a lot of stuff you guys don't see that happens behind the scenes that we're planning and trying to incorporate. And the more the attention this gets and the more you guys enjoy it, the more work we're going to continue to put into it, and we hope that you guys are enjoying that.
Yeah, and we do enjoy your feedback. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any ideas, anything you want to see us do, any direction you want to see this take, let us know. This isn't just our podcast, this is your podcast as well.
Yeah.
We represent the dealership as a whole, but we also hope that we represent you, the motorcycle community, and the customers of Bayside Harley-Davidson. So
with that being said, I want to leave you guys with, for whoever made it this far, go ahead and comment in the comment section below right now on YouTube. Go ahead and comment below who you'd like to see as the next guest.
that being said, you guys have been on the morning ride. This is no nickname Mike, technically Tyler. I think we're out of here, buddy.
Yes, sir.